Database reporting. Okay, so we'll just intro this for people since this document's about database reporting. So one of the other wonderful things that came out of us studying the last batch is that it turns out that the NSA customers didn't like the system of having to just put a specific request into the NSA and then having NSA give them the, pull a report, write an intelligence report up about it. So the NSA decided that what they would start doing is supplying customers with entire databases of data instead of giving them like a typed report. And this is incredibly significant because it means they're actually handing over the raw data that they pull out of the Eye of Sauron, database. It's hugely significant for them to be handing over huge chunks of raw data. Actually, electrospaces.net, which is a very learned source on intelligence reporting, said to me, they don't do that. They won't just hand over the raw information. There's no way they do that, blah, blah, blah. But sure enough, in the Snowden documents, we see they've been handing over raw dumps of intelligence to customers who want
that was definitely a huge finding.
That was another huge finding, yes. So the significance of that is that it skews the audit trail in terms of the customer request, because now rather than the customer having to request a very specific piece of information, they can instead ask for these like more broad, more generalized things. So, and then they can end up with this entire like gold mine of information that may not have anything to do whatsoever with whatever they could have justifiably requested in the first place. And it was also significant because it was the first instance that we found in the documents of an employee openly saying, this is not okay, we should not be doing this. And that employee pretty much let rip in this internal publication, in the SID Today publication at NSA. And they said, why in the hell are we handing over these whole databases of information to our customers? This is not how this is supposed to work. This is not what we're supposed to be doing. Are we putting ourselves out of a job? They said, why would we put ourselves out of a job? Why would we just give the raw data to the customer when our job is supposed to be to analyze the data and to give it my independent handle says, this is why today, listening to the Zuck, I was thinking, what a bunch of BS. Facebook is the least of our problems. Everything that they're talking about, today I retweeted a bunch of commentary about Facebook's various patents and the things that they were trying to do. And I was thinking to myself, everything that Facebook is wanting to do and wanting to patent is just a commercialized version of what the spy agencies already do and have been doing for donkey's years. So yes, everything that people are shocked about, everything people are so shocked about Facebook doing, these agencies have been doing for a decade or 2 decades or more. So absolutely. I mean, yes, it's scary. We don't want like people in the commercial space performing like using intelligence technologies, but this is exactly what these agencies do. I actually wrote an article about the Tor project a few years ago where I talked about how the technology is developed and how it filters through to the public. And it, first of all, it's within the military, and then it goes through moves through the industrial space and then the commercial space long before it even makes it to the public. Okay, so this database reporting caused this whole internal like conundrum at the NSA, and then they had like a rebuttal piece to the dissenting guy, basically saying, no, this is just a more efficient way of us providing data to our customers, and we're gonna better serve our customer needs by giving them these giant, access to these giant databases full of data, as opposed to just giving them one intelligence report. So now it looks like we're going to learn a bit more about that. Do you want to read through, Elizabeth, for me?
Sure, absolutely. It's titled "The Medium is the Message," with apologies to Marshall McLuhan, and it's from Information Sharing Services and Proliferation and Arms Control. Subtitled "The Latest Stage in the Evolution of Database Reporting," and looks like it's mostly secret. It says, last October, the analysis and production operations staff told you about the database reporting initiative, making SIGINT shareable. The database is the report. Now this initiative has progressed a step further. We are pleased to announce that advanced SIGINT database reports, serialized, searchable, relational, and password protected, have now been published on Interlink and the second-party mall. These database reports are available at redacted. Access requires an account, and the site includes an account application. External customers were briefed about this new capability starting in mid-March, and the initial reaction has been very positive. This initiative supports Durance's instruction to the workforce expressed in cryptology and as a team sport to live in our customers' information space in order to engage them at the earliest possible stages in our respective processes. Then it says these reports on the topic of Iranian nuclear procurement are being published by the Office of Proliferation and Arms Control's nuclear branch, the CBW and CBRN, terrorism branch, and the publication development branch's EPIC team. The three offices and their parent organizations work long and hard to ensure that all the reporting requirements for accountability and tracking of source data were met. S2G11 and S2G13 issued precise or precis, I'm not sure if that's a typo, standard procedure for such reporting vehicles as hard copy and multimedia reports, electronically notifying customers where the actual reports are available, and acting as placeholders in the Ankara product report database. And then it says about Iranian nuclear procurement reporting. And so we've moved from secret to top secret. And it says, with the support of Operation SIGINT, the Iranian Nuclear Procurement Database Reporting Initiative has made it possible to publish large volumes of easily formatted data, structured content quickly and efficiently. This database reporting supplements rather than replaces current SIGINT reporting on these targets. Customers now have greater access to valuable SIGINT information than ever before. So far, the data include categories for procurement, organizations, people, account numbers, shipping information, conferences, and papers. S2G13 currently has a data set available only for CBW, but an additional data set for CBRN is expected this year. A requirement for a PAC high interest cargoes or HIC database has also been established. Now we're going back to unclassified, and it says post-publication requests. Customers can submit post-publication requests to include sanitization requests by using the database serial number and the record identification number. At the start of each new year, the database name will remain the same, but will be assigned a new annual serial number reflecting the date change. And then questions, a database reporting FAQ is available on EPIC's structured SIGINT sharing space webpage. It lists many benefits of this extension of delivery services. S2G1 would appreciate knowing what users think about this new capability, and the EPIC team is eager to find and address problem areas and help develop standards for storing and presenting data so that this concept can be applied to other data sources. Then it says both the target offices and the database developers encourage feedback, etc. via SIGINT. Provides a redacted link, and then it says that analysts are willing to host demos. The REBA Rebuilding Analysis Program Office is making funds available to support this venture. We urge other target offices to consider taking advantage of the opportunity to optimize customer access by contacting the EPIC team at redacted, etc. redacted. I think that looks like the end of the document from where I'm sitting, but
so my read of that is that they are selling this internally the same way that they would sell it to the public.
Yeah.
which is, it's all about, you know, this nuclear proliferation, and
You stumble over that word too. It
uh,
sucks.
it's targeting Iran, you know, and blah 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 blah. But like, you know, I can just smell that like 2 minutes later, it's going to be like, you know, economics and banking for the Reserve Bank or
Yeah.
whatever. But it's clear that I mean, it was a really significant event for them to have open internal dissent about what they were doing with this. And so it doesn't surprise me in the slightest that they have chosen to work on Iran nuclear proliferation as like the first instance of database reporting.
Yeah, no, I think that makes a lot of sense.